they're dangerous enough as it is, so I asked, where do I put my foot? Well, you put it there, apparently. This is the side of the bike that's leaning on the floor. But there's no guard to stop your foot going in. But apparently I have been advised that you can feel the spikes just brushing on your foot, so you know to pull it in a bit. As if you've not got anything else to think about. How have I ended up here? But there's more to biking in Sweden than just ice racing. Bike customising is a thriving business over here, and many of the country's top builders win awards worldwide.
The chopper scene just exploded when Easy Rider came out in the cinemas. Yeah. Before that, it was like some little underground thing in California, and now it's boom all over the world. And it was the same thing here. Like in the 70s, Swedish guys were the first to take old Volkswagen wheels and turn them into bike wheels, so you can have a really fat 15-inch rear wheel.
In fact, the modifications the Swedes were making to their bikes back in the day set them so far apart from the crowd that the term Swedish chopper is now used globally to describe bikes that borrow from the unique style they created.
Well, on my quest to find out more about Swedish choppers, I'm here with Peter Johansson, who is Sweden's #1 custom bike builder, with one of his latest creations here. Peter, what can you tell me about this? I can see it's very red, and it doesn't look a normal motorcycle shape to me.
Well, I guess it's a very typical Swedish chopper style, which is you take off as much as you can, try to do some Swedish design.
Swedish design, is that in the colour or the style or the angle?
I guess it has to do with the total design of the bike. And it's very typical to put a long fork.
Right. How long?
Well, at least 20 inch over. Or else it's not a chopper.
And what are the other big Swedish touches in here?
It has to be a bike with good handling, good brakes, good engines. Put a lot of hours in the engines, so you can use the bike for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and it runs great.
So you're actually making it rideable and reliable.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like an American chopper to me.
No, this is Swedish style.
So where do you find the ideas for the new touches, or?
Well, it just pop up in the brain, you know. You take a walk with a dog and suddenly, boom, bike is coming. And wow, now I know how it's look.
What, you mean it comes into your head? Or
yeah, in the head. So then you go into the workshop and then start to dance with the tools.
All right, so I'm sold. I now want one of your choppers.
Yeah, I take Visa.
You take Visa? Good man. How much do I need to find to buy one of your finest creations?
Well, normally a bike is around 50,000 euro.
Right. And that's finished, ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go.
The weekend after I met him, Peter was in Germany at the European Championship of Custom Bike Building, showing off some of his creations. His top bike, the Laponia Outlaw, didn't quite make the podium, but 10th place out of Europe's 120 top custom bike builders keeps the Swedish chopper firmly on the map. The following morning, I headed north to the small town of Hedemora, home of the Hawks Ice Racing Club. They very kindly provided me with a bike, a single-cylinder Jawa capable of 60-odd horsepower, although somehow I didn't think I'd need all of those. After a bit of a battle with the protective gear, it was time to put the nerves away and get on with my first lesson.
Okay, so if I'm on this, how should I sit?
It's not like motocross.
Okay.
When you come into the corner, you should not move to the front.
No? So it's okay to sit here?
Yeah, a little bit back.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more. So, like that. Then when you go into the corner, you lift up the leg like this.
Yeah.
And move the knee out, so. Then when you come down, the ice lifts up the leg. Some have the foot back here, but it's not so good when you take the bike into the corner and have it down. The feet go between the ice and the swing arm.
Yeah, and I'd like to avoid that today if I can. Tell you what, this thing's got some vibes to it, and a solid seat. I'm going to have piles by the end of this.
Now, at this point, you should have an in-depth onboard commentary from me as I take to the ice. But you don't. You see, I was struck dumb with fear. I was concentrating on the upside-down gear change on the wrong side, trying not to lose my left foot into the spinning spiked wheel, dealing with the ice, and really getting around the fact that I was rather nervous at this point. Looking back, though, I'm not sure why. Because as you'll see, I'm only doing about 3 miles an hour. Headed down into the first corner for my second time, and in my head I've got this bike right over, scraping on the floor, but as you'll see, it was in fact disgracefully upright. I'm going so slowly, this man here has actually jogged to catch up with me while I was going flat out. His advice, go faster. No surprise there then. So, loads of throttle action into second gear and I'm away again. I'm going to get this bike right over and oh, no, I'm not. This is quite embarrassing to watch back as someone who's done 3 years circuit racing, not to mention a lot of road testing, including half the British Superbike paddock a couple of years ago. Put me on a circuit and I can get a bike right over without too much difficulty. Put me on the ice, however, and it's a whole other ballgame.
They make it look so smooth and so easy out there. And every time a man is saying, you're doing good, go faster, go faster, every time. And it feels like suicide. I'm totally tensed up like I've never been on a bike before in my life. My left leg is dead, I want to put it down. But then I think maybe I'll run over it. This is going to take some more work. How do we do?
Yeah, pretty good, but you need much more speed into the corners.
Much more?
Yeah, it's easier to ride when it's a little bit faster.
Yeah, but up here,
yeah,
my brain says, you go too fast, you're going straight into that main road.
But you have to force yourself.
And then push it in.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about the fence, because you never go through it. You
okay,
put the
I just go into it with the bike.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the fence is a friend of yours, not an enemy.